everybody, this is Rosamond from 40 Plus Style. I wanted to talk to you today about a subject that affects a lot of women, but that a lot of women aren't very comfortable talking about. That subject is hair loss. Nearly 40% of women experience visible hair loss by the time they're 40. So if you have hair that is thinning or that you're losing your hair, you are certainly not alone. Our hair, the hair follicle, gets thinner as we get older. So the actual size of the hair is thinner. Even if you have the same number of hairs in your head, it's going to look like your hair is thinner because the diameter of each hair strand is actually thinner. If you have serious hair loss, consult your doctor. It might be a thyroid condition or some other medical condition. So first of all, make sure that you are physically okay. Now for women, if you do have hair loss, it's different than a man. For a man, they tend to get male pattern baldness, which is baldness here and baldness here. For women, it tends to be very different. It tends to be diffuse loss across the crown of the head, and one of the first telltale signs is that your part will seem to get wider. And I know for me, it's really noticeable under bright lights, or if you're outside, you can definitely see that my hair is thinner. So let's talk about some of the solutions if you have thinning hair or if you have hair loss. So the most important thing is you need to address hair loss or hair thinning as soon as you notice it. One product that I love is Women's Rogaine. I get this at the drugstore. You can get it online. It's a 5% minoxidil topical solution. It's a mousse. You put just a little bit in your hand and you rub it in to your scalp. The thing is, though, that you have to use it every day. You can't stop using it because it stops working and it's not cumulative. So if you stop using it, your hair is going to start falling out again. I've noticed with Rogaine that it doesn't so much grow back a lot of hair as it stops me from losing it. Another thing that I recommend doing is, at least for me, I don't shampoo my hair every day. My hair is much drier as I've gotten older, so I don't have to shampoo it every day. So if you can not shampoo your hair every day, it's great. The less you can do to your hair, the better. Also, heating and styling products. Try to stay away from them as much as you can. I'm wearing my hair like this to show you something. I washed my hair, I blew it dry just a little bit, and then I twisted it up into a loose bun so that when I let it down, it has a little bit of movement and some soft waves, at least that you can. If you are going to blow dry your hair, make sure that you have an ionic blow dryer. An ionic blow dryer uses negative ions to smooth the surface of your hair. And so that's great because if you have those little frizzy hairs that we tend to get as we get older, it will make those lie down more and it's softer and easier on your hair. So invest in an ionic blow dryer. Make sure you're using a sulfate-free shampoo. Sulfate is a very strong detergent. And again, we want to be as gentle to our hair as we can. You can find sulfate-free shampoos in drugstore brands or in more expensive brands you get at Sephora or beauty salons. Make sure it's sulfate-free. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about camouflage. Say you're losing your hair and your hair is thinning and you want to camouflage it. The first thing that I would do is I would speak to my hairdresser. They have some great ways to actually camouflage and hide some of that loss. One way is by how you style your hair. If you stick to longer layers, that's going to give you some lift and volume at the crown, and that's going to help camouflage any loss. If you have loss in the front along your hairline, a great trick is to wear longer side swept bangs so that when people look at you, they're not looking straight through to your scalp. Use a dry shampoo to give yourself some more volume and lift and texture to your hair. Another trick is to use hair thickening fibers. This is a Bosley hair thickening fiber, and it comes in lots of shades to match your hair. It's a really fine powder and you use just a little bit and you put it at the roots of your hair and work it through your hair. What that does is it actually thickens up each strand and it keeps the light from hitting your scalp. It looks really natural, but make sure you don't overdo it because it really will dry out your hair. So there you go. Hope you find those tips helpful. Please take a look at the article for more information on hair loss. I'll speak to you soon.